downtown where you can get a date for 50, 60, 70, even 80% off the original social marketplace price. Coming to paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, Illuminati. The man who rules the world takes on the head of the global elite in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Pre-order your copy of John Haynes Illuminati on Amazon.com and online booksellers everywhere. Actress Lisa Bonet has filed for divorce from her husband, actor Jason Momoa. Now, Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa were married for 5 years, and they had been in a long relationship with each other since 2005. And ever since 2005, Jason Momoa, who had finally gotten involved with his dream girl, Lisa Bonet, who he saw on shows like The Cosby Show and A Different World, thought he would be able to have a relationship with his dream girl, who was 11 years older than he was. And as he had this relationship with her and had 2 children with her, he thought he was going to go on to happily ever after he married her in 2017. Unfortunately, in 2022, it looks like the relationship between them had transformed, and it looked like it basically had transformed according to their statement, possibly because Jason Momoa was in a different career space than Lisa Bonet was. And because Jason Momoa's career was in a completely different place due to the success he had by being a part of the Aquaman movie and also being in films like Fast and the Furious, Jason Momoa was looking like a rising star, and it looked like he was planning on moving on from Lisa Bonet. However, there was something that happened to lead to them having this separation, but they then decided to somewhat reconcile because they didn't look to pursue any sort of divorce until recently. Now, this decision by Lisa Bonet to file for divorce basically shows me that what she's looking to do at 56 years old is she's looking to cash out of her marriage to Jason Momoa, because Jason Momoa, who was at the peak of his career with the billion-dollar box office hit Aquaman and then starring in Fast and the Furious 10, was at the height of his career, and with the box office failure of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, it's looking to me like Lisa Bonet wants to get lost by leaving this relationship, and she's looking to try to leave this relationship in a better fiscal position because Jason Momoa possibly is now making far more money than she has done, and what she wants to do is look to find a way to get paid at his expense and also be able to take care of their 2 teenage children by getting a good big fat child support paycheck. So this whole decision to file for divorce from Lisa Bonet looks to be economically strategic, and it's looking to be economically strategic because what she wants to do is be able to gain an economic advantage, something she wouldn't be able to have with Jason Momoa as related to a year ago, and she would also be in a better position as related to the clout because Jason Momoa was at the height of his career, and if Lisa Bonet had divorced him last year, what would have happened was she would not be in a better social position than Jason Momoa, who was at the height of his popularity and was considered a hunk by many women because of his high economic value and high social value. And many of those younger women would be looking to check for him because they would see the 56-year-old woman leaving him, and that's where Jason Momoa was. But with the box office failure of Aquaman and The Lost Kingdom, Lisa Bonet basically believes she has the advantage at this point as related to his economic situation being in a state of decline and his social situation being in a state of decline. So what she's looking to do is be able to gain advantage as related to this entire situation, and this is why she's filing for divorce. Now, Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet say that they're ending things amicably, but I don't really believe that. I believe what's happening here is that Lisa Bonet is looking to gain a social advantage as related to this situation, something she wouldn't have with Jason Momoa a year ago, because Jason Momoa was on his way to stardom. But with the box office failure of Aquaman and The Lost Kingdom, she basically sees an advantage for her. She sees herself getting away from a man whose career is in a state of decline. And because she sees his career in a state of decline, she sees that his social status in Hollywood has taken a dip. And what she wants to do is monkey branch away from Jason Momoa, hoping that she will find a better prospect. And she believes that she can possibly find a better prospect because at one time, when Lisa Bonet was younger, she was a baddie. But at 56 years old, she's basically headed on a road to Bust Downtown, where she will be meeting up with Tia Mowry, Halle Berry, Lisa Ray McCoy, and many other women who made the mistake of looking to file for divorce and thinking that they're still the same baddie that they were when they were younger, but not understanding how they have basically hit the wall and how they are not as attractive as they used to be. Moreover, their values and character make them even less attractive to many of the men out here. Many of the men out here who they're trying to think are out there for a woman like Lisa Bonet, they aren't really out there anymore because the entire pool of men who used to go out here and admire her on The Cosby Show and admire her on A Different World have gotten older. And as they have gotten older, many of these men have gone out here and gotten married. Many of these men have their own families and children. And what's going to happen, sadly, to Lisa Bonet as she files for divorce at 56 years old is she's going to think she's going to jump into a pool of men, but will find herself jumping into an empty pool and winding up crashing because the only guys left in that pool are old Pookies, old Ray Rays, or guys like Romy Rome, who is looking to try to get an old lady like Lisa Bonet to drop the skid mark jockey draws in an effort to get them to give them access for taste of the atomic waste in exchange for a 2-piece chicken dinner, or from the Arab red and white chicken place, or be able to get some of that nuclear waste for a tray of shrimp fried rice and chicken wings. So that's the only prospects out there. But Lisa Bonet wants to have her so-called freedom from Jason Momoa and believes that she will find a so-called happier life, but she doesn't understand the misery that's coming to her because when it comes to older women who file for divorce, they wind up leaving their husbands and winding up being alone after their kids grow up, and they wind up miserable in their old age in Bust Downtown. They thinking that they've got prospects out there, but they don't understand that their social marketplace value has dropped 50, 60, 70, even 80% off the original social marketplace price that they were when they were younger. And Lisa Bonet is about to get hit with a hard reality and realize that the social marketplace drop is going to be huge because, again, Lisa Bonet was fine as Denise Huxtable on The Cosby Show and A Different World, but she wound up losing her ability to be a bankable star when she decided to walk away from Bill Cosby and decided to go and participate in the movie Angel Heart. And when she decided to participate in the movie Angel Heart and participate in a gratuitous sex scene in an effort to try to get bigger exposure, what happened was those white boys in Hollywood turned her out. And after she got turned out, her career went into decline. And she has struggled as related to Hollywood, and then until she possibly ran into Jason Momoa. And Jason Momoa was a guy who was a young guy looking. He had a crush on Lisa Bonet for years. Got involved with her. Eventually wound up having kids with her and marrying her. And then what happened was he decided to start to look to leave her, and now she's looking to leave him. And as she leaves him, she's heading on this road to bust downtown, a road where she's going to be in that apartment complex with Halle Berry, Lisa Ray, Toni Braxton, and many others, and Tia Mowry, and many others who are going to be single and bitter for the rest of their lives, looking out at that view of the graveyard and looking at their lives and wondering where they went wrong. And this whole divorce is basically where Lisa Bonet is thinking she's going to be able to monkey branch to another dude, but will wind up falling out of the tree and hearing the sound of the Super Mario death music at the end of things, because at this point there are no dudes out there who want to get with a single mother who has been divorced 2 times and has kids by 2 different men. No man is going to sign on to Lisa Bonet these days. No, not at all. So Lisa Bonet has filed for divorce from Jason Momoa, ending a marriage of 5 years, and is at the place where she has no chance of finding another man. But now she's gone from having a chance at getting with the man who dreamed of her to becoming a woman in crisis. And as she's on the road to becoming a woman in crisis, she's going to find a rude awakening at 56 years old. She's going to find that it's a completely different world than the one that she came from. Now, if you want to learn how to avoid winding up in the paradigm of failure like Lisa Bonet, you can pick up my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find Why 70% of Black Women Are Single at other online booksellers like Smashworth, the iBookstore, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble. And if you want to learn why women like Lisa Bonet wind up on a road to becoming dysfunctional and winding up where they cannot make life work, you can pick up my book, The Woman Crisis, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find The Woman Crisis at other online booksellers like Smashworth, the iBookstore, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble. And if you want to pick up a story of a faded former teen sitcom star, similar to the one Lisa Bonet played in Denise Huxtable, you can pick up my book, All About Marilyn, in paperback and Kindle format on Amazon.com as well. And if you want to see me make more videos about Hollywood and the entertainment industry, you can send a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, The Temptation of John Haynes. Give in to temptation and pick up this action-packed African-American paranormal romance. Get The Temptation of John Haynes in paperback and e-readers today. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.